Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Tony Six Morning Show. I'm Tony T with you here every day at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Coming live free picks for today's card. And on today's show, about picks for here from Major League Baseball playoffs, 4 games. Conference USA gives us a couple from college football. Also, the NHL back here for day 2 of the NHL. And of course, the Drama Mama's back on the court. Game 3 of the WNBA playoffs. So, guys, make sure you hit that like, that subscribe. We greatly appreciate it. Helps us build up our audience. So let's meet the cappers and get right to the picks, so we don't mess around here on the Tony Six Morning Show. So, Sean, what's happening?
Yeah, winning day yesterday. You're welcome here. We gave you a run line. Seattle winner over Yankees winner. We had the Seattle over on the site. So let's go. Let's keep it going here on Wednesday. We'll test the old any football is better than no football tonight with what we got with these midweek games coming up on Tuesday, Wednesdays. All right. Degenerate specials, folks. You want them, you got them. You want them, you got them.
Yep. Any football. So we say that during June, July, and early August. We'll see. We'll put it to test indeed with this Conference USA, no doubt. But so, Alessandro, what's happening?
Nothing much. Start the week off 2-2. Trying to get some profit today. Dropped it yesterday there with the Tigers. I don't know. Just thought they could stream up some more offense, but it is what it is. Back to today, got a full slate of playoff baseball, a little bit of college footy, so ready to get after it.
Ready to get after it indeed. Yeah, I look to bounce back here. Yeah, I just had the Blue Jays look good early, but not late as the Yankees bats woke up, but we'll see if it can continue. I know I'm not a big momentum guy. Only after maybe a 4 or 5 game winning streak, then I'll factor in momentum. But a 1-game win streak doesn't do anything in my book. I'm still gonna crush the data. No doubt about that. All right, guys, let's get to the games. Hello, everybody in the chat. Appreciate everyone's contributions here. Let's start with baseball because Conference USA, you don't deserve to start this show with those 2 games. So anyway, we'll look at the games here. Well, Steve, we have similar. Oh, these are all elimination games right now. We could have no baseball for a while if these teams get eliminated there. So we got Seattle and Detroit, Miller and Mize. Looks like wind blowing 13 miles per hour left to right there. And in this game, we've got about $1.09 right now for the Tigers. Take back 101 on the Mariners. Total sits here 8.5. Brewers and Cubs. No, we're going to see Priester now, I guess. Okay, no, we're not going to see Miz. Well, maybe we'll see him in a relief role. But Priester against Tyone there. Wind blowing in 13 miles per hour there in Wrigley. So wind blowing in, that's a big one. Cubs with the Brewers are now at $1.14. Total sits here at 8 in that one. In a wind blowing in game, you got a total of 8.5. That seems rather odd there. Blue Jays and Yankees. We can now see Louis Varland. This may be a bullpen special here. I thought we saw Lauer in there, but we probably will see Lauer in there. So it looked like a bullpen here. And Schlittler in that one, 60 degrees, wind 11 miles per hour. Don't know where it's blowing. It just says 11 miles per hour wind. Here we got the Yankees about $1.80, total of 8. Phillies and Dodgers. Here, a 9 o'clock special. Aaron Nola against Yamamoto. Wind blowing out 8 miles per hour. And in that one, it's LA $1.72. Total 8 and 7.5 juice to the over. Let's start with Sean.
Let's go back to the over again here, Seattle, Detroit, right? I mean, Seattle's hitting the ball. Miller hasn't been all that great. Mize his innings has caught up with him in his arm coming down the stretch here as he's been injured over his career. So I'll go back to the over there. We're in Seattle. Why wouldn't we? Brewers. I want to take the Brewers here. I do. But I didn't get to the window on them. I'm annoyed I didn't take them yesterday. Or was that 2 days ago? We're talking about them. But I think they wrap it up. I like the Yankee over again. I know Schlittler had a great game his last time out, but he's had 2 good starts in a row. But I'm gonna go to 160 with this kid. I'll take the dog again here. We said yesterday you gotta take Toronto on both. You're 9-2. You just need 1 here. Otherwise, it's you're probably gonna not make it to the next round here. So I'll take the 160 and the over again. And the Dodgers. Let's hang them up, Philly. That's it. You had your shot, and it took you to the bottom of the 9th to start hitting already. I mean, it's I'm not expecting much here from them.
There we go. Here from Sean. Move on over to Alessandro.
No, yeah, I like that over with the Mariners Tigers as well. I do think it will come actually predominantly from the Tigers side. I think they get to Miller. I'm hoping Mize can patch up a little bit of like a five inning outing here for us. I'm going to trust Mize here to get it done in a back against the wall spot. Minus 115. I do like the over though as well with Sean. Brewers Cubs. I'm going to take the Brewers. I think the Brewers send the Cubs home. Shario and Yelich bat 444, almost 50 plus at bats against Jameson Taillon. This core of the Brewers lineup, I think, gets to Taillon. I know wind's blowing in. I see the total now 6.5. This thing's going down. So do what you want with that. I just like the Brewers to get it done. Looking at a possible team total as well with them. Blue Jays, Yankees. I do think the Yankees get it done today again here with Schlittler. I think a low-scoring game actually here. Varland's going to keep the ball down in the strike zone. We'll see how long he pitches. I'm sure this is more of a bullpen-type game here for the Blue Jays. I don't know. Can never trust the Yankees offense this time of the year. I lean under, and I actually do lean the Yankees to force a Game 5 here. So do with that as you wish. And then, yes, I think the Dodgers get rid of the Phillies here. To send Nola out like this and back against the wall position, they're just, they're waving the white flag here. I see I'm on the Yamamoto K's prop over 7.5. He's been lights out his last 5 starts, 10 Ks, 10 Ks, 9 Ks. I mean, I'll take the over 7.5 with Yamamoto. I think he goes deep into this game as well. And, yes, Dodgers win.
There we go from Alessandro. Tell you what I think about these games here. Mariners hit about 200 in the first 2 games of this series. Issue I have with Miller here, past 4 starts, ERA over 6. Mize past 5 starts, ERA 3.76. I'm going to take Detroit here to extend this one into a 5-game series. In their past 38 road games, Mariners are 17-21, losing 5.5 units. So I'll look at Detroit. Yeah, I can only look at Milwaukee here. Brewers is smashing right now, 343 in this series. Chicago in their 5 playoff games hitting just 216. Priester, 16 road appearances, ERA under 3. A personal record of 6-1. The Brewers bullpen has been great over the past 20 games. Against righty starters on the road, the Brewers 34-27, returning 8 units. Against these good NL starters, ERA of 3.2 or lower. Cubs 6-9 at home, losing over 5 units. I can only look at Milwaukee in this one. Probably my least confident of them all would be taking the plus price with Toronto. They just smashed. Yeah, Toronto lost, but they still put up 6 runs on Yankee pitching yesterday. The Blue Jays have pounded Schlittler this year. 6 earned runs, 12 hits, and 5 in third innings. They saw him twice and pounded him. So I'm going to take. I'll look at the Blue Jays here. Still, the Yankees are still just 21-33 this season against teams with a 540 to 620 win percentage. So playoff type teams, 21-33, losing 22 units. I can only look at Toronto there. And I'm going to take Dodger run line here. Philly just hitting 203 in this series. LA 289 in the playoffs. Nola 8 road starts, ERA near 7, a personal record of 0-6 on the road this year. Yamamoto past 4 starts, an ERA of 0.36. Remember, those were unearned runs he gave up in his playoff outing this year. Philly's bullpen's been hammered. And again, here's the situation with the Phillies. You're going to pitch Nola, and your weakness is middle relief. They have a hard time getting it to. Remember, they lost Alvarado. That was their 8th, their setup guy. They're really missing Alvarado in this series. Dodgers bullpen has been totally revamped, so you're going to see probably you could even see Ohtani coming out of the bullpen today. I mean, the whole situation is Kershaw will be your guy in the 6th inning. You'll have a Dodgers starter in the 7th and 8th, and then it goes to Sasaki in the 9th. And train wreck you're not going to see, okay? I think he made it clear. Roberts made it clear that Sasaki is the closer now. I don't know why you need to do that. You should have known better. You should have just put him in there. But anyway, we probably won't even have a close situation here. We got Nola in here. He's been pounded. And you also have the Phillies middle relief, which is just as bad as Dodgers relief. But the thing is, Dodgers just need starters. There's something wrong with Ranger Suarez. Philly media was hammering Thompson about Ranger. Why isn't Ranger here? Why isn't Ranger here? And he goes, I'm going with Nola. And then you look at the numbers, you stretch your head. Maybe it's something wrong with Ranger. But you look at Ranger's last 2 starts, he got pounded. I think they're a little worried about his form. Maybe he's nursing an injury there, but no Ranger here. A lot of issues here with the Phillies not going with Ranger Suarez. And Suarez had pretty good playoff. I remember back in days against Atlanta Braves, he used to pitch really well in the playoffs. So, but maybe he's nursing something. But again, The Dodgers bullpen is revamped. It's a totally different bullpen now. So you're not going to see Trainwreck in there anymore. So only guy you're going to really see will be Vesia. He's the only guy they really trust. They don't trust anybody else. You're going to see starters in there, like we saw Sheehan the other day. We saw Glasnow in there. You may even see Ohtani today coming out of the bullpen because they're not going to rest. Because remember, you get into game 4 and 5, and then you get into Christopher Sanchez, Jose Luzardo's territory. So you got to get it done today for the Dodgers. Because those were not easy games to win. Those games against Luzardo and Sanchez. All right, let's continue here on the Tony X Morning Show. Turn our attention over to college football. It is, football better than no football, as we say. We'll go over to college football, and we will have games here with Missouri State, Middle Tennessee State. Here we see Missouri State laying an FCS team. From last year, road favorites. Boy, how bad is Conference USA? We got Missouri State 2.5. There's a 1.5. There's a 2. Total 49. Liberty and UTEP. Boy, this is your little brother's Liberty. I'll tell you that. Liberty 1. Total 47. We start here with Sean.
All right. What's there to say about this little matchup here? Oh Lord! This one. The first game here I actually have on the site, so go get it if you want it. So knock yourselves out there. Liberty and UTEP. I'm annoyed at myself for not taking UTEP +2 the other day, but I do like them here. We'll take the Miners here on the money line, +110 versus the Flames, who've been terrible. This is not the old Liberty squad that we've seen in years past. This is a whole different team over here, folks. So don't think like, oh man, these guys were good. Well, you see how quickly it falls. You lose a quarterback and a coach, and then you're looking at what you got now in Liberty. So
there we go from Sean. Yeah, Liberty taking a dive, especially in these group of 5 teams can really sink fast. Alessandro, what up?
All right, I'll give you a couple reasons why I think actually Liberty wins this game. I'm actually on both favorites, so do with that as you wish. But I'll talk about Liberty real quick. Vasco here, 8.2 yards per pass, and then Malachi Nelson, 6.3 yards per pass. Liberty top 50 in the nation in passing defense efficiency. I know they're 1-4, but I'll take Liberty here as a short favorite. I think Vasco as well is a little bit more mobile than Malachi Nelson. I think he'll protect the football a lot better. Malachi Nelson, 8 touchdowns, 9 interceptions this year. I just can't trust Malachi Nelson. 5-star recruit who bounced around from USC to now Boise State to, I guess, UTEP's trying to salvage anything they can with this kid. It's kind of sad because this kid's talented. I mean, he could have just rode it out with USC, and he'd probably be seeing some time right now. He's probably slightly better than Maeva, or at least in that ballpark. So, I don't know. That's how I feel about that game. And then the Missouri State, Middle Tennessee game. I mean, Middle Tennessee literally lost to Austin Peay to open the season up. I just can't back this Vatiano kid at quarterback. The Missouri State kid, at least last year in the FCS level, 3,700 yards passing, 26 touchdowns to 5 interceptions. So I'll take Missouri State again as a short price favorite as well on the road. Again, if these games were on Saturday, would you bet them? I'll steal a quote there from Rod. Rod tells me that all the time. If these games were on Saturday, would you bet them? Probably not. But this is what we got to work with, so there you go.
Yep. And the best thing about these teams, you get to know them very well because they're on during midweek the rest of the season. So you're going to get to know these teams pretty well. So that's another benefit there. Thank you, XMZ, for the super chat. Appreciate that. In this one, this is really tough one here with Missouri Mills. Vatiano, I want to back him, but man, this dude has just burned me so many times. He's been there for 4 or 5 years with Middle Tennessee State. He's junior. He's been there forever. The thing is, the quarterback play, it's been a little inaccurate in conference for Missouri State, so I'll take the plus there with the Blue Raiders. At least in conference play, they're throwing for 285 yards, 67% completion rate, so you kind of back out everything else, just look at conference numbers. I'll lean there, Middle Tennessee State. Now, these will not be premiums. These won't be bets at all. I know Liberty's bad. Neither team is Liberty and UTEP. Neither team has a win against an FBS school. At least Liberty in their road conference game ran for 5.5 yards to carry, and they did well in the passing game. They showed a little bit of offense. These teams really have showed nothing at all in offense defense. UTEP as a home dog of 7 or fewer points, 1-4 the spread. I'll look Liberty in that one. All right, let's go. And Liberty, this is not like Sean said, this is not the Liberty from back in the day. This program is sunk big time. All right, let's continue here on the Toys Morning Show. Well, we got the Drama Mamas back on the court for Game 3. Aces and Mercury, Las Vegas up 2-0 in this series. They pounded the Mercury in Game 2 there, but Mercury's going to be favored here in Game 2. We're seeing 4.5s come up. Total 163.5. Well, asked Vegas out. What do you think about Vegas and Phoenix?
Real quick, I'm just trying to pull up some injuries or anything. Yeah, no injuries. I think Aces close it out. I mean, I know it's on the road here at Phoenix, but it's a real short trip back.
I think it's a 7-game. I think it's a 7-game series now. They go 7 now.
I'm tripping. I'm so sorry, guys. My bad. Yes, I think they get up 3-0. Sorry, but it's the Aces. I mean, it's +4 now. You're grabbing with them. At the end of the day, I just think they're a way better team. Just keep it short and sweet. The second I saw the Lynx get eliminated, I was like, Aces Dynasty, let's go. This year, I mean, let's just look at this year, what they did against the Mercury. It was 3-1 there in the regular season for the Aces. Asia Wilson dominated Sabali down low. She just eats. Asia Wilson MVP. So that's how I feel about that. Pretty short and sweet there with the Drama Mamas.
There we go. Drama Mama got the plug in there from Alessandro. Anybody, you do NHL, Alessandro? I don't. Sean doesn't. Do you?
I haven't taken a look at because it's preseason here, or is it opening night?
Oh, we're opening night. We're in Game 2.
Day 2. So that goes to show you guys. Rod's a wacky. He's a hockey guy, man. So there you go.
Rod Alnitos.
Yep.
Hockey guy. Sean's not a hockey. I'm not a hockey guy. There's just
go to
I can give you Al's picks. I can probably give you -1 Al's picks tonight because we have Edmonton as a 220 fave and Vegas as 220 fave. So you probably be a -1 on the goals, right?
I'm just looking at that. I'd love to fade VGK. So there you go. Have that.
Yeah, like I said yesterday, I would have. Who was hanging the banner? Florida. Did they win? I don't even know how they did.
They won by 1. The +1 came in. The +1.5 came in on.
+1.5 was a winner. All right.
Yeah.
I'd look for a +1.5 with the Kings tonight.
No, that's what I was saying, actually. I would actually look Kings' way, just glancing at this hockey slate real quick. Again, take what I say with hockey with a grain of salt. Maybe an over as well in Flames and Oilers. Every time I look at the score with those two, I see that thing freaking 5-4 or something. So
I understand. Like NFL has like a Thursday night opener and then they had a Friday game or whatever, and baseball sometimes has like a whatever. They're in Japan or playing some foreign country for 2 days.
Yeah.
How does hockey open with 3 games yesterday, then 4 today, and then like everything? Well, why can't I know what is the significance of these 4 games today?
It's the Canadian opening night. You got Montreal and Maple Leafs and Calgary and Oilers. So you had
but you have Washington and Boston and Vegas and LA. What does that have to do with it?
There's
you know what I'm saying? Like I don't understand the breakdown from 3 games yesterday to 4 today. Like, what is the significance?
Well, I think yesterday because ESPN had all 3 games, so that was kind of the national window.
Okay, yeah, but that's you see that sometimes in baseball. You know, whatever, they have a special day for an opening.
Yeah,
is today a special day? I mean, doesn't ESPN have these crappy midweek games for college football?
Not to change the subject or anything. I gotta touch on Law Tech here, Solo's team here. -7 dropping to what, -5, 5.5. I'm seeing. I'd like to know Solo's opinion on that. I like La Tech. They've been a cover machine. I doubted them there against LSU and never again after that.
I handicapped them. Look at their stats from last game. How the hell did they win and cover? Look at their stats. They had a crappy stat. Again, if you look at stats, their stats were horrible in that win last week. And it kind of leaves.
Here's my feeling on Louisiana Tech. If you look at my end of show picks for today and tomorrow's Scott football, there you go. Kennesaw +6.
Their stat sheet looked horrible. And I was surprised because that was my best bet. And I said, oh, yeah, another way. And then I watched the replay. Then I looked at the stat sheet. I said, what the hell was this?
That was New Mexico they played, right? New Mexico, right? Louisiana, they were on the road.
Yeah, they're on the road. New Mexico State, was it? I think so.
I had New Mexico State or who I had one.
Was it the UTEP game?
Man, it was UTEP.
No.
It was UTEP. It was UTEP.
Yeah.
That's right.
UTEP, yeah, because they had a couple pick six. It was like 17-6, and like UTEP's going to score. They threw a pick six, and the next play they threw a pick six, and next thing you know, all hell broke loose.
So La Tech's defense, we agree, is legit. I mean, they're 15th in the nation in passing defense efficiency. Look what they just did to UTEP, 30-11. I mean, Liberty's in the same ballpark. They're in the top 40 in passing defense efficiency. That's go ahead, trust them. 5-star recruit here, Malachi Nelson. I mean, go for it.
Have those 5-star recruits from COVID been terrible?
Yep. So
they've been terrible, right?
Yeah.
Tony, were you saying that?
What's
What was
good?
that?
All right, I'll touch on this Oklahoma-Texas game. What you got? Because we're talking about 5-stars here with Arch Manning. I don't know. I actually walked away from that Florida game more impressed with him. Yes, he didn't play good. I mean, don't get me wrong. He threw 2 picks. But anybody that actually has a set of eyes that has actually played football and watched football saw that he was moving in the pocket and getting hit almost every throw. I don't know. I walked away with that saying that's Florida puts kids in the NFL every single year. Whether they suck or not, they put kids in the NFL. So that's about the closest thing outside of maybe a Georgia, Ohio State type defense, which he's already played Ohio State defense. I don't know. I think the hate's a little bit overblown here. Michael Hawkins for Oklahoma, a guy, super athletic, can get out and do some things outside of the pocket. Don't know if I can trust him here in this spot. Texas defense better bite down and show me something, and that offensive line better show me something if I want to bet on Texas. That's a tough game to call.
If Arch was any good, Al, I mean, he was the reason why they were calling from the play last year for Quinn Ewers. He didn't get a shot, and you see him play this year. He's shown nothing.
I don't know. I saw the ability to get out of the pocket. He scrambled for like 35 yards against in that one carry alone against Florida. And Florida has
Oklahoma. Take Oklahoma.
Well, the thing is Venables though. Venables threw some shade. Venables threw some shade on that, saying, "Hold your horses." Mateer's still not able to throw the ball deep downfield, so he kind of threw some shade on that because he made a comment on his press conference and he said, "Hold your horses." We don't know if he's right.
He might have said, "Hold your horses," but the line went from 3-1 because he's playing.
Yeah, but we'll see.
How effective is he going to be, though? It's his throwing hand at the end.
Yeah, that's what he said. He goes, we're having issues with handing the ball off, and we have issues with him throwing the football downfield. So why would you be tipping that off? So now their defenses are just going to play tight, and he's not going to have any.
Nobody's believing it because the line's down to 3. Or they went from 3-1. It's one to pick them.
It's the public hate of Arch Manning, and okay, I get it. It's fine. He's overrated. Whatever. Cool.
Let me tell you something. The public isn't betting on freaking Tuesdays and Mondays. They're not betting.
I know, but then the sharps or wherever the heck you guys want to say is betting on this doesn't like Arch Manning clearly and is looking to fade him. So letting the public noise. I mean, come on.
Well, a lot of it is too. It's whatever the reporters write, the sharps react to, right? Hey, he's going to play, and then the Venables. We're not sure yet, so they're probably second guessing what Venables is. Venables is on the hot seat, by the way. Anyway, in Oklahoma, that was you were in that call. You weren't in that college football. You were not in that college football room, right? When the speaker there, the reporter said that he knew.
I mean, that's kind of common. No, I mean, he's done nothing out there. Here's another. This is like the. USC, hey, and you say, hey, we're going to bust up the Big 12, or the Pac-12 to go to the Big 10, and then be crap. Oklahoma and Texas say, let's bust up the Big 12 and go to SEC and not win a damn thing. And Oklahoma's been worse than Texas. I mean, at least Texas has been good.
Arch is hurt. What Rod just said in the chat, that is true. Arch is also hurt. So I don't know. Like I said, though, I'll still take him in this spot. I lean Texas. It's pretty obvious with what I've been talking about here that I lean Texas. They got to right the dang ship, man. I mean, this was a team I did a preseason breakdown on. They got talent, especially on defense, man. Anthony Hill is a first-round draft pick, stud linebacker. I don't know. Oklahoma's no joke on defense. We saw what they did to Auburn. Venables is going to draw some exotic blitzes up. There's a time Arch Manning can completely shut the haters up. It's this Saturday, so we'll see.
He needs a wrench.
Go up to Chris's. Says Arch Manning's adopted.
Shredding adopted there. Indiana +7 from Ron Crawford there. There we go.
I just want my roses. I'm about to go put them in as a freemium there. Texas.
Yeah, UNLV team is playing good. 5-0, won in Wyoming.
Yeah, you can alt line it this weekend against Air Force. I know Air Force actually showed up there against Navy. I was surprised, but yeah, that'll be a blowout there. UNLV's doing some things right now. We'll see when they play Boise State, but right now they're doing their thing.
Well, it wasn't much snow, but it was the first snow game of the year, so that made
that poor horse. It better be a Clydesdale. One of those giant horses. Like I'd have to ride like a woolly mammoth.
There, early ones I looked at. I liked over in Stanford SMU. I don't know why the number is going down, but I did like the over there. The both pass defenses suck big time there.
I can't disagree with Jorge. I mean, yeah, UNLV will get exposed if they make it to the playoffs. No doubt about it. They're going to get absolutely 70-0. It'll look like that TCU Georgia game there a couple years ago, national championship. That's how I'll probably look if UNLV gets to the playoff. But they have a shot. Win out.
They're going to drive with the sharp stats up here. Texas against excellent passing teams since 2020. 0-7 to the spread against good passing teams. So that's
is Oklahoma an excellent passing team with Michael Hawkins in a quarterback?
That's the truth. We got to wait to see what happens at the quarterback spot there.
We literally saw Navy absolutely. I remember betting on that bowl game in Oklahoma this past year. Oklahoma versus Navy. Oklahoma was +1 there. I know it's a bowl game, and it was a meaningless bowl game for Oklahoma, and they dropped that game to Navy. They're going for 2. I don't know if you guys remember that one there. This was just passed in January here, and they dropped that game there to Navy. I don't know. I know Oklahoma's undefeated, number 6 in the country, but and a pretty good couple wins.
Yep.
Listen, they jack up. These guys are number 6 because they're in the SEC, so we got to put them up there good. And when they lose a bunch of games,
they beat Auburn and they beat
Michigan.
They beat Michigan as well. Those are 2 good wins.
Yeah, but they beat Michigan when they had their quarterback, and Michigan they had their Heisman quarterback, and Michigan has a rookie freshman quarterback in his first road start.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah,
with Hawkins in. Yeah,
do they beat Michigan today?
No, not with Hawkins. Yeah, I agree. So that's again only talking more about Texas there.
Ohio State going to lay 14 on the road against Illinois, 14.5 now, down from 15 opener. Well, that Illinois game against Indiana, so still clogging my memory there. It's hard. It's against an elite team. It's hard for me to. You look at Ohio State's defensive numbers, man. They've been smoking, man.
I
take Illinois there.
What did you say, Sean?
Illinois for me.
Illinois for you plus the points. Yeah, that's my worry. Is can they beat an elite program? They can beat these good teams, but against an elite program,
I don't need them. Here's the thing, though. You don't need to beat them. You need to stay within 2 touchdowns at home.
Yeah,
I think Ohio State puts 42 up on them. So do with that as you wish.
Yeah, that one there. Alabama laying 3 against Missouri. Alabama's been tested. Missouri's toughest opponent this year, I believe, was South Carolina.
Everybody's on Mizzou in this one. Sharp side wise. Bye week, Alabama off their game. Everybody's looking at Mizzou.
I'm going against the Sharps in that one. I mean, I'll take Scrabble.
I didn't play that one. I'm like, if it was a better number, I'd take Missouri. I know Bama got that miracle cover, but if you look at the numbers, they were covering that game. They should have covered. It was just close because for whatever reason. But.
Yeah. Ron hasn't had the happy hour yet, so he's ready. He's telling Bama big.
Are we running to the window and laying the -2.5 against Colorado here with Iowa State, fresh off a loss? Because I am.
Oof.
Sorry, I'm doing that. I'm also running to the. I don't know if I'm running the window with the -7.5 Oregon, but I'm definitely on Oregon against Indiana.
I like Oregon.
Yeah, that's a blowout. Sorry.
I've
already touched 7.5. If I can get a 6, I'll touch it. If it gets up to 8, I don't care. That's how I feel about Oregon. I think that Oregon wins that by double digits. So there you go.
What about UCLA getting 8.5, 9 in some places?
Another one I was looking at. Do they rally back up after what they did last weekend there to Penn State? I don't know. This guy Aiden Childs from Michigan State shown actually leaps and bounds in through the air.
He was good before he transferred over with the coach. He had a good year in Washington State or wherever he was at. He had a decent.
He's better. He's look at him now. I mean, he's doing some things. And Michigan State 3-2. let me dig into it more and give you guys some more numbers.
That's just you look at that number and think it's like, oh man, UCLA showed some heart in a big win, but
look at the second half. Look at the second half. They got outplayed and scored big in the second half.
That's what I'm saying. Like, was that more of they had a nice early and playing free and whatever? We got a new coach. Let's just do this. And Penn State's kind of like, we're 20-point favorites. Who cares? And next thing you know, they're like, what the hell just happened here?
They got caught up in the California. That's Pasadena's a little long drive from the beach. That's the one thing about UCLA. It's at least an hour, could be an hour and a half with freeway traffic.
So do they cover Penn State? Who's Penn State got? It was somebody, Northwestern. Yeah. Oh, do they cover?
I want nothing to do with Penn State.
I honestly don't care about the game, so I'm not betting it. But
yeah, one of the trickier teams is San Diego State laying 7.5. Is this a team really for good? We saw them get hammered in against Washington State, and since then they've just been coming back and beating teams.
I'll tell you what.
Jorge says he's allergic to chalk, so hopefully he's taking Air Force over UNLV this weekend. Air Force plus 6.5 outright.
Air Force.
That quarterback they got with the Z, Zorch or something is, oh, goodness. Air Force will throw it. They're throwing it a little bit more than they normally do, though. But it's also because they're playing from behind. So there you go.
Now that we have Ron Crawford in the chat, and I guess he's on his shutdown. I guess he has no supervision. So Georgia and Auburn. Georgia now ticking up a half point up, 3.5 total, 46.5. Georgia at Auburn.
I like the under.
I'm leaning Auburn there.
Defensive slobber knocker.
I'm done with Georgia and Kirby after they lost to Alabama. No way.
I'm not high on Gunnar Stockton. So
give me Auburn. Though the 3.5, I don't like 3.5. I see 3.5. I think Georgia's going to win by 10. You see 3.5. Oh, Jersey Knight retiring. Oh,
Jersey
boy.
Knight. Is he bringing? I just want to know. I just want to know if he's bringing Ashley with him. He's doing a show with Ashley now. Ashley, what's her name? The girl from CBS Sports Network.
Ashley Simpson.
Yeah, is that her name? Something. Yeah, they're doing a show together. So Cam Newton jersey. Yeah, we knew it. Auburn. It's Auburn for Auburn. Ron Crawford there.
The chat was talking about Michigan. Yeah, I'm on Michigan for sure. They run the ball down USC's throat. They turn over Maeva. I'll take the plus price there with Michigan. I don't even think we need the points.
Yeah, Jorge. Then I'm going next week. Yep. Ron Crawford will be in the game against Missouri. Yep, they got Missouri next week after Alabama softens them up. and then they go out there in that one. Let's see if we have any other ones here. South Carolina's going to hit 8-9 against LSU. It's a big number there. But South Carolina, it's a big one. Big number. Let's see anything else.
Death Valley. So.
Yeah. Florida.
Did you say Florida, South Carolina? No, Florida's playing A&M.
No, South Carolina and LSU.
All right.
Don't think Florida can do it 2 weeks in a row. So I've already said it. Marcel Reed, Jitterbug, he's going to absolutely run around. Florida's defense can do it through the air a little bit as well. So I'll take Texas A&M. I'll lay it. I know it's 7.5, but a lot of 7 in the hooks this week, huh?
Yeah. Well, here's a 10 in a hook with Florida State. Facing Pitt. Pitt with that freshman quarterback did something last week. They pounded BC.
They did. Can they do that 2 weeks in?
Brian, they're throwing his name out there for big jobs. Sorry, man, you're pooping the bed with BC this year. you know.
I didn't think Eli Hosting was deserving of getting benched. I mean, I don't know. I guess I look at the stats too much, but efficient through the air, good touchdown interception ratio. I mean, I don't know. I guess it wasn't transferring to wins, and they just got it done this past week. So and he's probably not going to see the field. He's probably transferring, but that's a kid. I'm not mad at grabbing Eli Holstein.
Sometimes they end up in the group of 5 schools.
He might go to La Tech. He's from Zachary, Louisiana. He was highly touted coming out. LSU would be another good spot for him after Nussmeier. But yeah, I'm not sold out on Holstein. I'll buy some stock on it.
Yeah, they need to get some stats. Nussmeier needs to start padding some stats because he may be slipping into the second round of the draft the way he's going right now.
I'll tell you what, another one I like is BYU against Arizona. I know they're on the road, -1.5. They're every single defensive back that I saw looking at this BYU roster, 6'2", 6'3", long Richard Sherman lanky type bodies. And then you look at the passing the efficiency defense is in the top 50 as well in the country, BYU. So, and passing yards allowed as well. So I'm high on this BYU secondary, and because we know Arizona's going to try to chuck that ball around the yard with this Noah Fafita guy.
Yeah.
So I like BYU I'll take them there as a short favorite on the road. A lot of short favorites I like on the road as well.
Yeah. Yep.
I took Arizona plus 2.5 already.
Love it.
Well, here's a good under the radar.
Great, baby.
Here's a good under the radar game. Arizona State at Utah. Utah going to lay 6. There's 5.5s out there. Total 49 and 48 in some places.
I got a bad one on this. This was my first bet I bet of the week, and I got a 4.5 and a 5.5 with Arizona State. I didn't think it would go up to like a 6. I was annoyed to see the 6 out there. I like the road team. I took the points.
Yeah, they still have their quarterback from last year. Good line. Yeah, they've looked well this season. And Utah a little bit.
And I'm a Utah. I like Utah. I like the coach. I think, but I don't know, man. I had them. Who'd they lose to the other? What was that game?
Utah State gets it done though. No Utah State. I like Utah State against Hawaii. I'm actually impressed with this kid from Hawaii though, Micah Alejado, kid from back here in Bishop Gorman out here in Vegas. Kid's like 5'9" out there as a freshman. 160 pounds soaking wet, has a freaking cannon attached to his arm though, because he's slinging that thing. I don't know how he does it. He does it from the pocket.
Is Hawaii undefeated at home ATS? You take Hawaii at home and you fade them on the road. That is except when they play Air Force.
They pounded Air Force.
Super high on this Utah Bryson Barnes. 11 touchdowns, 1 interception this year. Utah State hasn't been that bad this as well. I mean, I know they gotten blown out here by A&M and blown out by Vanderbilt, but they actually covered both of those. They covered against UTEP as well. Everybody on UTEP tonight. Every time I look at a team, I see them beating UTEP by double digits. But let's bet on UTEP tonight.
Yeah, they have not been an FBS team. They only beat Tennessee Martin. I believe that was their only game they've won. So it's tough to lay a chalk on a team that can't beat FBS competition. Yeah, that's unless they're playing UMass. Oh, the great one, the UMass and Kent. Is it what is Kent State game? That's one of the worst games. D-Gen special. Yeah, Kent. People were saying that in Twitter. I can't believe Kent's the favorite. Well, yeah, they're playing UMass, and Kent State laying 2.5, 3 against UMass. And UMass is the worst team of the college football.
I want to take UMass. I couldn't get there with the +3.
No, yeah, I can't get there. I think they've just been getting 70-0 every single weekend, and at least in UMass,
Kent State is terrible.
Oh yeah, they're both really bad. But Kent played. Reason I lean Kent was because how they looked against Buffalo. They got 28 on Buffalo on the road.
Mm-hmm.
That put me on. That's the only reason that put me on that side. And is this Old Dominion team going to keep pounding teams? They're going to lay 14.5 at Marshall. They've
I like that one. If you like the over, you should have gotten on it already. I got 55.5. This thing's at 57, 58. It might be 60 by the time this thing kicks off. I think that one flies over the total. This kid, Del Rio, what the hell is his name? Del Rio Wilson here. No interceptions this year. 9 touchdowns. Yeah. Efficient through the air. And then this kid, Joseph, what's his name? Colton Joseph. Dual threat is all hell. Looking impressive. 12 touchdowns, 4 picks. And then on the ground, what's he done? 179 yards against Indiana. He broke 2 long runs in that game.
Yeah, they only lost by 13.
Kick and book it.
They only lost by 13 in Indiana. Yeah, that was. They were very competitive in that game in the opener against Indiana, and of course Marshall lost a lot of transfers going.
You got kids out here like Colton Joseph, who at Old Dominion, and you guys are who's putting up insane numbers. And I'm sure if you gave him a shot at the next level, in the 5th, 6th round, he'd give you some value. So, what's the point of drafting a quarterback even now? Yeah. Top 10, trade back, stockpile picks.
Absolutely.
That's what I do.
And can Northern Illinois score enough to cover 1.5 on the road against Eastern Michigan? This team has been 9 points, 6 points, 3. This team can't score a thing.
Eastern Michigan, who they play against?
And Northern Illinois. This team can't score a thing.
They're an under team for sure.
Northern Illinois from 2010 to 2017, I think, went to 6 MAC championship games or something. They were just like the MAC masters.
Yep. But this version
I do think quarterback advantage goes to Eastern Michigan here with this Noah Kim kid.
Yeah,
Michigan State kid.
Yeah. Yeah.
They got a little bit of a better quarterback, but not a game I'm rushing to the window to bet.
No. It's just the thing is that I want to bring the fact how Northern Illinois' offense has just been sleep-inducing. You can't even break double digits in games.
Another under I like is Miami, Ohio, and Akron, 46.5. I'll take the under there, Miami, Ohio, Akron. Miami, Ohio has no way of scoring unless they return a punt or get an interception return for a touchdown. They got the new quarterback in as well because what's his name? Finn there got hurt.
Daquan Finn, yeah, that's a big.
Yeah, so losing Daquan Finn like that and now having this kid come in is the offenses look completely different. And then Akron, they struggled to score for the first 3 games this year. So we'll take the under 46.5, Miami, Ohio, Akron.
They had a pretty good offensive output last game, but and then the UAB game kind of got them out of there. got out of their scoring slump where they covered that UAB game that burned me there. But UAB is just terrible. They can't stop anything.
Oh, you always giving me crap about FIU. I'll probably go to FAU this weekend then. How about that? Minus 4.5 against UAB. Yeah, I'll probably lay that with FAU. UAB is terrible. Terrible.
Oh, yeah. UAB is just horrible. The defense, they can't stop anything. I think this is it for Dilford. That's it. He's done. He'll go back to – I think he got cut at ESPN, right? That's why he went into coaching. Because I think
he'll go back to being either an offensive analyst or a broadcaster.
But I think he has his little – I think he has his quarterback. I think it's like the quarterback.
The Elite 11.
Yeah, Elite 11. Yeah, he has that. So it didn't help him in coaching. Didn't help. He needs to work on the 11, not the 1. He just called Elite 1 because all he can know is quarterback play. That's it. He can't get anyone else good. All right, we got you through that. Now it's time for our Parlay Purple segment. Cap's giving a parlay, player prop, game of the future. We start with Sean.
There we go. I put them in the chat already. They're up there. Here we go. College football. I am 9-14 with the free picks. College football. They've not been good. I got to get. It is. I'm tell you, I win. What baseball yesterday? 2-0. We're doing well in baseball. College football. I got to get on track. Mid Tennessee under 50.5. UTEP plus 110. Tomorrow we got Kennesaw plus 6. Georgia Southern plus 3.5. There you go. Let's get some winners here for the end of the show. We need some college football winners from me here. Not a good job. I apologize.
There you go. Sean on over to Alessandro.
Sleazeball parlay, Yankees Dodgers. Yankees Dodgers. Money line.
Money line it. There you go.
Yep.
I'm going to take a dog here with the Blue Jays, with the Tigers, with a 2-teamer from me. All right. We got you through the Parlay Purple segment. Now it's time to see what we have for sale over at Tony's Picks. Head into a big weekend of action. A lot of baseball. Hockey has started. WNBA still up on the board. We've got NFL, college football. Tomorrow, NFL comes back. A lot of college football again tomorrow. In those midweek games. So when you hit the link in the description, you'll land right on our page over at Tony's Picks with our premium plays, best, and more. So check it out over at Tony's Picks. We'll see what Sean has for sale for today over at Tony's Picks, where Sean is amongst the unit leaders this year. 4,052 units of profit documented in 2025. That's based on a $100 unit wager size. What you got for sale there, Sean?
Yeah, well, I have a nice little week there. Got a little baseball, got a little football up for today, weekend stuff. I'm adding my write-ups, doing that stuff. So the college and NFL Friday, Saturday, Sunday will all be probably posted by tonight, tomorrow morning. We'll have a bunch of stuff up. Again, you see, I got college football, MLB. What did I say? Yesterday we had a winner. What was yesterday? I didn't even know until yesterday. It was Tuesday. All right, so we had the total over winner yesterday, 2 winners on Monday. So 3-0 to start the week. Limited action, but you know what? When you win, that's all that matters. So it's 3-0. There you go. You see the last 3 to start the week. We're on our way.
On our way to a great week from Sean. So get over with Sean over at Tony's Picks. One-day passes up there. College football moneymaker, MLB and NFL up there. Long-term subscriptions are the way to go with Sean. You guys like that 7-day early pass here with all the sports overlapping, NFL, college football, baseball playoffs. And you can see Sean's already in action with early college football, early NFL. These plays go out to long-term subscribers. You won't see them in packages if there's significant line movement on these games. So if you want to bet early, you're a guy that likes to bet early, Sean gets them in early for you so you can beat the line moves and get ahead of the numbers there with Sean over at Tony's Picks. There. All right. Let's see what's rolling here. See what Alessandro's got for sale for today. Alessandro, what's rolling over at Tony's Picks?
Just been keeping it light Monday through Friday, like 1 or 2 plays at the absolute most. So I got 1 play today. It's playoff baseball. So go scoop that up if you guys want. Been a little cold, so yeah, just been trying to get everything back on track, getting the green on some of these sports. Yeah, that's really all I can say. You got UFC this weekend. I'll be having a video out this week for it, and ready for that. Contender Series, man, pissed me off last night. Vologden, I touched on Vologden. It was a scrap of all scraps. Both guys got a contract rewarded to them. You rarely see that, but it was an absolute war. If you want to see some pure violence, just go watch that fight. Both guys, hats off. When you lose a bet like that, you can, I can live with it because both guys just absolutely left it all in the cage. So love it. But, yeah, check out what we got on the site. Use the 2-for-1 capper promotion, Tony T discount code at checkout, and get that 15% off, and let's make some money.
Yeah, make some money with Alessandro over at Tony's Picks. His best bet from the playoffs up there for right now. Remember, all of our one-day passes are profit guaranteed. They must earn a profit amount purchased is credit back to your account for site credits. That's profit guarantee. Get on board with Alessandro over at Tony's Picks. Long-term subscriptions the way to go as well. All right, over at Tony's Picks today, I will have best bet on the board right now from Major League Baseball. Also have another early play as well from baseball. Having a great year in Major League Baseball over at Tony's Picks. So go ahead and get signed up with me and use that promo code TonyT at checkout. You'll save that 15% off. And remember, we also have a 2-for-1 capper promotion, so you can match me up with your favorite capper on that 2-for-1 capper promotion. So go ahead and get signed up. Just want to make note, we also have props for sale. You can hit the prop tab here, and you can see we got Ramon in here. It's been really hot with the props the last couple of days. Blue Jays, Yankees, 3-team player prop up there for you right now. You can also find our props for sale when you go over to our pick ticker. Just click the pick ticker, hit there, and you'll see our props that are available for sale. You can see we're ready to rock and roll with some props coming in here from baseball as well as NFL. So we're ready to roll here with these props coming in here for today's action. And of course, remember, props are automatically included on all long-term subscriptions there when you sign up on a long-term subscription over at Tony's Picks. All right, guys, with you here every day, 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. We greatly appreciate it. And you guys can please sure to visit our YouTube channel. We have lots of great content over on the YouTube. You'll be able to find, our compilation videos here with deep dives. Already got already have college football for Saturday. Some of them up there. Deep dives in baseball and college football for today. 2-3 zone is back. We got today in the 2-3 zone Rod. We got Ron, and we got Justin. 2-3 zone for the WNBA. We'll extend that in NBA when NBA starts. Prop, our man Chris with the props. You'll find the props here as well. This is when you land on our page is what you're going to see. Our NFL playlist as well as our college football playlist. We got the picks in there for tonight's action as well as action for Saturday as well. And, of course, our MLB picks are up there as well. Got to fix the ordering again. Looks like the ordering got screwed up, but we'll get it fixed there. And, of course, NHL back in action. You can see Rod coming in with his NHL picks as well on the channel. Ramon contributing as well up on the NHL. So check them out over at Tony's Picks. A lot of great content, fight videos as well, our compilation videos and shorts. We can see Javon here with the shorts coming in. So check it out, guys, over at Tony's Picks. Lots of great content there. And our playlist showcasing all of our plays. And if you want to watch a replay of our live show, just hit the live, and you'll be able to see our live show here. Night Moves, the Prince of Darkness, Ramon, and DeAndre get you going here at 2:30 a.m. Eastern time. It's immediately archived for your East and West, your East Coast and Central Time Zone, folks. Something to watch in the morning. A complete rundown of the day's card from Ramon and DeAndre on Night Moves every day here on our channel. So make sure you check out that live stream. Happy Hour with Ron. You see Ron will join. Brian will be in there. Some of the group you see here from our morning show also joining up there. So check that out, guys. Our short tab also populated with great content. So check it out over at Tony's Picks. A lot of great content there. Hit that like, subscribe. We greatly appreciate that. Of course, Sean, we got you here. Sean got you here on the mornings.
Morning, guy. So that's that. Again, I want to try to get in more nights, but sometimes I can't. There's things to do.
Things to do. Absolutely. Of course, Alessandro.
We had 4 games. You've been here for an hour, and there's 2 of us. I mean, come on.
I know, right? That's right. We find things to talk about, right?
What do you got? One actual question, because I'm looking at Steelers Browns, and I laughed because I just remember Higgs talking about what he touched a couple weeks ago, and I agree with him. The fact that it was a -6, right? You got Browns Steelers like a couple weeks back.
Yeah.
And the thing's at 4.5. I was like, thank you. I'll run to the window and grab a Steelers -4.5. You know what I mean?
And I think it's come down based on you had the rookie quarterback. Gabriel comes in, rookie. He looks pretty good. But still, you were in Detroit. You were in England. Now you're in Pittsburgh off a bye week. No Lamar, no Burrow. Steelers are going to be looking at, we're going to win this division and possibly maybe get a bye week in the playoffs, or get home field. They're not good. Listen, Dylan Gabriel looked all right. Are we really running to take him in a back-to-back spot where now the Steelers have a game film on the guy and have been sitting there waiting for a week just hanging out for a rival, and now all of a sudden you get a rookie and forget about it. This is Steeler blood written all over it.
Yep.
I already got up.
And one thing about Dylan Gabriel, he transferred to pre-built teams that were already pre-built. So that's what happens when you transfer. You find ideal situations for you that with not a whole lot of.
He was on a talented UCF team. That team had a lot of talent. They had, they were claiming national champions and stuff. They went undefeated and all that. And then at Oklahoma, nothing but talent around him there.
Yeah.
And then at Oregon, nothing but it's the same thing. So,
the pre-built team. So now you're going to play with teams with weaknesses that can't pass block. Your backs can't protect you. Receivers can't get separation. It's a totally different game. Ask Matt Leinart when he went from USC to the pros. I can't find anybody open. No, they're open. You got to hit that tight window. You don't have Reggie Bush beating this guy by 2 yards anymore.
Leinart had Anquan Bolden and Larry Fitzgerald out there to work with too. I mean, come on. He should have made something happen, bro. It is what that's. I actually got to get out of here, guys.
All right, guys. Let's roll, guys. We'll do it. Best luck to everyone. Goodbye, guys. You guys making a winning one. We're back tomorrow here on the Tony